Adults need to care a little more, put kids first a little more.
I think it is very hard for people to think about the sexual assault of children, and so we have to find ways to have that conversation and to educate people about who potential perpetrators might be. We also have a number of stereotypes about who a sexual offender might be, a person who would sexually assault children, and we have to overcome those. People think they can pick the person, that there'll be something odd about them, that they would know instinctively who that is, and that's simply not the case, and I think the Royal Commission is pointing that out.
Adults need to watch kids more, not be so caught up in their own little world. If a kid changes, then they should ask. Ask the kid's friends, find out what's going on. That's their job.
This is a danger in any organisation that looks after children. Child sexual abuse is a danger, and we're not afraid to say it is a danger and to tackle it. Everybody in the organisation is responsible to fulfil a guardianship role to children and to understand those dangers and act protectively. Child sexual abuse has a long shadow that it casts on someone's life, and so helping people deal with that is one thing you can do, but a much stronger thing to do is to try and prevent it happening in the first instance. This training's for anybody in a child-related role in our organisation, and anybody in HR who's involved in the recruitment of staff, because part of it is we're wanting to deter anybody who might have those intentions from joining our organisation, and we also want to detect people in the recruitment process whose attitudes to children don't align with a child-safe environment. So, we'll make this available to everybody in our organisation, but we're a big organisation with 4,000 staff and nearly 2,000 carer households. So we are targeting in the first instance to these two groups, but it will be available to everybody over a sort of longer time period. We're trying to get people to understand what are the signs of child sexual abuse, what are the characteristics of offenders, what are some of the signs that children might display if they have been abused, and how to respond to disclosures of abuse.
Believe us when we say we're being hurt. Why would we lie?
Absolute key is that we believe the child. So if a child comes and tells us something, we believe it. And we must convey that to the child on the first utterance. What we've done, we thought a lot about it, is how do you get all this information across to people? We didn't want to use a classroom type approach. So we've commissioned a company to do an animation. We've included the voices of children in the animation. We thought a lot about it. What we wanted to achieve was to bring the reality of the child into the animation, not to have it an academic subject about children out there, children as a sort of object or a file or some sort of an abstract concept. And because the impact is so profound on a child's life, we really want people to feel that their guardianship role, their extended guardianship role, and feel connected to children. And we think a way that cuts through that is the voice of a child.
It's kind of like a gut feeling. You know when something's not right.
The danger is when you don't speak up. We hold a very great duty to children when we're responsible for their care. As an organisation, we take that very seriously. We want all the children in life without barriers to be safe, respected and flourish. We want people to speak up at the first instance of feeling uncomfortable with the behaviour of another person in our organisation. We are all here to put children first, and we are all here to ensure their safety and their well-being and their development.